Hello Sagittarius, Sagittarius rising and Sagittarius moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting November 6th, 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you Sagittarius people out there, remember, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on with the astrology this week? Well, on Thursday, we've got the Sun in Scorpio in your 12th house, your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone, forming a very lovely sextile to Pluto, currently in Capricorn, your second house of employment and earned income. And a secret opportunity may be afforded to you. You may be actually given some kind of secret advice, or perhaps hearing about something going on behind the scenes that's not quite ready to roll out as an opportunity for you to take on at the job. You may be finding that you are pre-selected for something, or perhaps that somebody's already planning on handing you over some kind of gift or some kind of opportunity or prospect that they kind of already worked over for you, but it's not ready to be done in detail yet. Still good fortune. On the Saturday, we've got Saturn, planet of restrictions, boundaries, and order in your sign, forming a very strong and harmonious trine to Uranus in your 5th house of love, romance, and your relationships with your kids. And when we have Saturn forming a trine to Uranus, we've got chaos being brought to order. Order being brought to chaos. Sounds very different depending on how you put those words. So when we're bringing order to chaos, it looks like this could be bringing order to chaos in a situation where you are sharing time and energy with either a romantic partner, or perhaps even some order to chaos in a situation regarding a child. And this could be a situation that's become very erratic, or perhaps a bit unpredictable. We don't actually have maybe a set schedule, things are a bit disorganized, or again, things are too hard to predict, or too hard to plan out in terms of getting things, in a good routine. And this is a wonderful opportunity for people who've been having this kind of issue come up a little bit within the last few weeks or months. A lot of Uranus energy has been causing some problems in this area with love and romance and, with the way we raise our kids. So this could actually be something that eliminates either an X factor or, again, a chaos-making or crazy-making factor in these areas as well. So, good news on that front. So let's get started. With your cards, what is going on with your spiritual advice? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Caduceus, alright, or the Caduceus, depending on how you want to pronounce it. This is, again, from the Madame Endora Fortune cards. It's my favorite oracle deck. I used it a lot last year. So the text for this reads, you'll receive news from afar. Now, with the Caduceus, usually what that indicates is that there could be a lot of blasts from the past, or at least maybe, from a distance this week. And a lot of it seems to be kind of going around, the energy of what, could be happening with, say, somebody we haven't spoken to in a long time, somebody we haven't been able to get into contact with for a long time. And sometimes with the Caduceus, it has more to do with not just, distance in terms of proximity, but distance again in terms of time. The interesting thing is usually this is always good news. This is always from somebody we've lost touch with. And it's important to make time because this is a relationship that's meant to become more of a regular thing in your day-to-day life. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Two of Swords reversed. And this is definitely a card that talks about commitment. And we've already seen, with the Sun sextile Pluto, a talk about things being selected for you or you being selected for something that's been reserved for you. And the Two of Swords reverse says that that news will be coming to you this week. This could be, again, a position being reserved for you in a hiring situation, or perhaps an ideal work project, or perhaps even, again, some kind of internal shift at the office that is meant to actually be possibly, I'm looking at like an unofficial type of advancement. I don't know if there's necessarily a title change here. It could come with its own benefits, nearer or further down the road. But what we tend to see with the Two of Swords reversed, again, something is sort of being selected for you in your favor. And this might have been actually a decision about your future you didn't know was actually going on behind the scenes. So try to act surprised. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but it does look all well and good, weighing the cards and the astrology against each other. But, it seems like somebody has already been making some decisions on your behalf. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Five of Wands upright. And the Five of Wands is very interesting because we do have a bit of a competition going on with friends or relatives in terms of time. People fighting over your time. People maybe fighting with each other over your time, or you having to fight with somebody else amongst your friends or relatives over somebody else's time. The Five of Wands can indicate a need to pay attention to where there is perhaps, you know, too much going on, where we need to kind of make some peace. You know, there could be some issues going on where maybe, again, in your friendship group, there could be some friendly competition. And, you know, friendly competition is fine as long as it doesn't get personal. You know, friendly competition is okay. It's just when somebody's insecurities kind of make them go too far, they get envious, it's no longer about the thrill of the match, things can get a little bit hectic. And we don't want this dicey energy in there forever. So this week you may be called upon to become a peacemaker. However, again, if things stay friendly, this may be something that these friends have to hammer out without you. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ten of Wands upright. And the Ten of Wands upright is actually kind of a nice card. It's a very faithful card. It does talk about being overburdened. But when we talk about this, it's also talking about you're kind of hitting a limit this week. And you're going to be feeling like your schedule is totally full. Now, the reason I think it's a nice card as opposed to a lot of other tarot readers, again, we all have the same interpretation mostly, but it's like how we feel about it, it's different, is that with the Ten of Wands as a challenge is basically saying this is an opportunity for a lot of you to, again, start getting more time or more resources when you want it. You know, if you're trying to get overtime, if you're trying to get more time for fitness or recreation, your love life in, you have it. Now the issue, though, that comes with the Ten of Wands, the challenge is making sure that you're not overburdening yourself or taking on things for other people this week. Alright, this may actually be all well and good for you as long as it's in your best interest. But taking on other people's problems, taking on other people's issues, fighting other people's battles for them, especially if they're grown adults, is definitely going to be, you know, a challenge you don't want to take up. With the Ten of Wands upright, sometimes people have a tendency to hoist some of those things onto us, which is not necessarily fair. So make sure to be discerning in what you choose to volunteer for. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Queen of Cups upright. And this card can be very, very sweet on all of these Sagittarius people because it does look like there may be some help finding love coming from a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. It could come in the form of a water sign, but the Queen of Cups tends to show up where you will actually notice this person, whoever they are, going out of their way, you know, speaking up for you in some fashion, or kind of, you know, throwing a vote in your favor. It's kind of interesting with the Queen of Cups because we tend to see a very, very kind, very obvious gesture of affection and esteem. If this is a new person in your life, they will stand out as somebody who seems to be taking your side or taking an interest in your side, but possibly in a group setting. If you are, you know, single, if you're not single, this could actually be a partner deciding to, again, back you up in a situation where, again, they're showing their love by backing you up in a public forum. The Queen of Cups can also show up here as somebody who, you know, again, probably a partner or a crush, who is actually going out of their way to help you kind of reconnect with either a past goal, a past dream, or a past ideal. You know, this might be something from childhood, something that you may have confided in secret, but it's still a special little gift for you. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.